Hey guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of air. So if you're a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, these messages can apply to you for this weekend, April 21st through the 23rd, 2023. So I want to thank you guys for all your love and support. Please keep in mind these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you're wanting to book a personal or private reading, be sure to email me for a price list if you don't already have it. All right, so we have the overall energy as the Page of Swords. We have the Devil. We have the Emperor. We've got the Hermit, the Eight of Pentacles, Mercury, Seven of Swords, and Neptune. Okay, so a couple of these came out in the water sign reading, so you also might want to check that out. So I feel like you guys have had to set boundaries. I feel that maybe someone has been very overbearing or demanding, dominating, mean-spirited, and I feel like you have to set boundaries, or maybe that's what you've been doing, and also potentially standing up for yourself. I'm also getting the energy of you having a very protective spiritual team. Like your spiritual team is like some goons. You don't necessarily have like angels, but maybe you have more so like demons protecting. You're like, no, this is our person. Like, leave them alone. And I feel like your spirit team, it might be kind of scary. I don't know. It's like you don't want to mess with them. So your spirit team may be protecting you and maybe not want you to get too close to the wrong type of people. Now the other energy I'm getting, you still may be in some sort of environment where you feel restricted, or you're in a situation where you feel, I'm sorry, your environment is dealing with people who have addictions, like I'm getting like security guard energy. So I don't know, maybe you work as a security guard, or maybe a security guard is interested in you. You also could have someone who is military interested in you. If you're in an existing relationship, you could be dealing with energies of resistance. You know, sometimes I get these type of combinations when we're dealing with someone who is maybe very judgmental and or racist. So it's possible that you could be dealing with those type of energies. Now, something has you studying or doing research, and I feel like you are practicing something, or you are sharpening some sort of skill that you have. You might be watching a lot of videos or reading books and then putting something to the test. You're like, okay, let me try, or let me see if I can do this. So I feel like it's something that you're wanting to see for yourself. Like you'll read about it and it's interesting, and you're being informed, but you want to do something for yourself or try something yourself. I feel like you're delving into astrology. Also, you could become obsessed with astrology or obsessed with occult knowledge or information. Um, so that's another thing. You might actually be reading about demons or anything dealing with darkness. Like I feel like you want to understand it. I feel like maybe you're not afraid of your shadow side. You're like, no, there's a side of me that wants to know this, that wants to understand this. But I know I can't be afraid. So I feel like whatever this is inside of you that's considered to be dark or taboo, or evil, even, you want to understand like why you have these thoughts or these desires. And so you're doing your research. Also, it might not necessarily be evil, but just it might be considered evil. Some of you might be playing around with some form of sorcery, but something more like sigils, hidden language, occult language, combining symbols together to create or manifest something that you want. Now, on a mundane level, I'm getting the energy of writing. It could be writing for pleasure, or it could be writing for school, or work. Could be some sort of research that you're having to put together for work. But I see writing, I see documenting. You might be watching a lot of documentaries, or you might be documenting the results of something, like you're practicing things and then documenting to see if you're correct or if you were right. But I feel like somebody is practicing some sort of secret language and using it to communicate back and forth. There could be some sort of indirect communication going on between you and another person. I see secret messages. I just keep getting secret messages. Someone might be sending you secret messages. Now, not the only, but one of the things I do get is that, you do need to be protected. And it is the possibility of you being stalked. Like, this could be stalking. That I would be careful about that. Yeah. Somebody might be in your phone or has some sort of access. Maybe someone installed some sort of, what do you call it, like a virtual app where they're able to see what you're doing, or go through your phone virtually or remotely. You could also have an extremely jealous person around you that doesn't want you around anybody, following you. Even whether it's an ex or a current person, they might be very possessive, very, very jealous and possessive. And they could be a little delusional, thinking that because you're laughing and talking with someone that you're cheating on them, and they might be a little, you gotta either get rid of them or set boundaries. I don't know how intense this situation is. You know best, but be cautious of that. Yeah, I was getting something about somebody sending like secret messages. You also may be trying to find out if somebody is lying to you through divination. You're like, I'm going to see if this person's lying to me. Or I'm going to pull some cards. Or I'm going to drop a horary chart and see what this person is saying or doing. But it's good for imagination, like I said, if you're writing something, because it seems like your imagination could be going wild and like you're just writing a lot of fictional things. Now, spiritually, it could just be that someone is communicating with you in a way that is metaphysical. Visiting you in dream state. You also could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could be dealing with, another air sign rather. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Aries, or Virgo. You also seem to be coming off as being isolated this weekend or wanting to be left alone, especially if you're reading or studying something. Okay, I'm getting that you are also potentially being watched, but it's still heavily from afar, especially more so for a job. Now, it could just be that if you apply for some sort of job, they're doing a background check, or maybe they're a company is looking for your profiles, like, or any information about you online, because they're trying to know who the person is that they're bringing on board. So they're doing a bunch of research trying to see if you have any public or shared information. So your employer could actually be watching you like intensely, or potential employer. I feel like there's something significant going on in regards to career and work. You could be filling out applications or getting responses from applications that you sent out. And I do feel like there is a potential job offer. Somebody is coming off as being like a perfectionist, like Michael Jackson, like obsessed with their work, wanting to perform perfectly. Seems like you're working. Like you're being very serious and you're working. It could be a passion project or it could be for work. Seems like you're also making some sort of plans, and you might be saving your money up for something as well, something important. Again, I'm getting something about practicing over and over again. I feel like somebody is practicing something metaphysical. Mm, definitely, doing some research about metaphysical things. I just feel like you're going down a rabbit hole. You can't stop. Like, it's so interesting. And this might be something that you were afraid to look into at first, but now you're wanting to know more. You're like, okay, I need to know more about this. Seems like you could also be preparing to express how you feel, but also something could be disguised in your work, in your body of work. Or if you just have a regular physical labor or 9-to-5 job, something is like running in the background of your mind, like you're thinking about something over and over again as you work. I don't feel like you have anxiety, but you are like busy-minded. You guys may need to also check your birth charts and look and see where your Mercury and your Neptune is placed, because I feel like that is being highlighted for you. Also, what house is Virgo in? Because there's something significant about that house. So say, for instance, you have Virgo in the 8th house. Again, that would be maybe you doing some sort of research about either finances or occult. Or maybe you're trying to find out some information about your in-laws. If you have Virgo in your 3rd house, maybe you're obsessed with communication or just very focused on all forms of communication, but especially like writing. There also could be some concern in regards to finances. Like, I don't know if you're concerned or trying to figure out how to make more money. If you run a business, you might be losing money and trying to figure out a way to restore it, but you might have to cut your losses. There's something that you might have to eliminate from your business. Somebody is like a spy though. Like, there's too much spy energy coming out. So someone maybe works for government, CIA, or just does something that deals with researching, but on a secret level, hidden research. Yeah, spying is part of someone's occupation. Now, also, if you are writing a novel and maybe your novel or your story, whatever medium your story is in, script, novel, whatever, maybe you're having to research about serial killers, murderers, or mystery. Maybe you're writing a mystery, but it does seem like maybe you're having to get into the mind of the person that you're researching, which is kind of scary. So, like, say for instance, you were writing the Jeffrey Dahmer series, and as a writer, it's like you don't really want to go there, like, but you at the same time you want to make the best possible accurate story. So you're having to do research into things that are just dark and uncomfortable. But if you want the best story ever, you've got to do it. So regardless of what you're writing, or maybe you have to give a presentation, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, something might require you to do some research. Maybe you're having to go on a dark web for something. You're like, I need to go on a dark web. Oh, let me bypass all this horrible stuff and see, I need to find out this information though. So it seems like you're having to go into a place of darkness or secrecy for work. It seems work related. And it's funny because in that short daily message that I posted earlier this week, I started getting visions of Inception and feeling like, that's a real thing. I know that's a movie, but I know that's a real thing. There's somewhere out there, people, organization that is hacking your thoughts. And, not just with some computer, it's like doing it on a metaphysical plane. So I kind of feel like someone does work for some sort of psychic defense team. Also, if you are a psychic, you could be hired to work for like a police department. Maybe they're using your services to find missing persons, or maybe you have some sort of psychic ability where you can sketch what you're seeing. You can sketch missing people. You can sketch what they saw, so something of that sort. You could be hired for that. I need to do some reading on it. I've only heard about octopus being psychic, or at least a symbol of like being psychic. So I don't know if you've dreamed about an octopus or if you're needing to look that up to find out more about it. And now this is making me think of one of my favorite TV series, The OA, and how they had that octopus in it, that lady who was channeling through that octopus. I'm getting something about spirit messages, messenger. So you could be receiving a lot of spirit messages. And then I also see this as needing protection or being protected. Romantically, there could be somebody that you can't seem to stop thinking about and you don't know why. I feel like it's because you have some sort of connection in synastry between Neptune and Mercury. Or maybe this is why you're able to tap into someone's energy. Like you constantly dream about their whereabouts, their daily activities, even if you're not trying to. It's because of that synastry. And you just have like access to someone's personal life. All right, so let's pull some energy cards. All right, what additional messages are there for air signs? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have the Sun, victory, action, overall energy, and decision. Okay, so maybe you have been at a crossroads or you have been torn in regards to where to go next in life or who to move towards. But I feel like whatever decision you make will lead to both success and victory. I feel that you are about to receive some sort of recognition. I feel that you are going to feel appreciated and valued. And it also seems that you're going to have a sigh of relief, or something is like a breath of fresh air. Now, literally, you could be out in the sun doing things, moving about, and just feeling like this is beautiful or this is so relaxing. I needed this. In a love situation, I feel like this is about somebody who was torn or conflicted, finally getting the courage or confidence to take some sort of action towards you and approach you. So I feel like you're going to be pursued by someone this weekend. Now, if it's not romantic, it could be career. Maybe someone's pursuing you and wants you to work for them or work at their company, especially because the main reading did pick up a lot of job and career related messages. I feel like you're also just having fun this weekend. And you are feeling creative, like your solar plexus maybe is active and you have the will and the desire to go out and do things that maybe you haven't had in a while. Or you're feeling creative. Maybe you had some sort of a writer's block and you're like, oh, my writer's block is gone. And so you are vigorously writing. But I feel like you're going to have some sort of positive breakthrough. I'm also feeling like something is being leaked. So if you are an artist, it's possible something's being leaked, but it seems like it would be successful. I see you receiving positive attention or positive response or confirmation to something. Something else I was getting. I feel like you are going to cross paths with someone who matches your energy, or who you feel is like almost like your twin. I'm not going to say it's your twin flame for sure. I know everybody is not dealing with their twin, but this is more of mirrored energy, twin energy, and feeling excited about this connection. It also could just be a friendship. Someone may bring out your inner child, or you may be getting in touch with your inner child. But yeah, for the most part, I feel like you have an interesting weekend ahead. And I know I picked up on some scary things, but I feel like things are going to be okay. I feel like that may be more so of what you're having, like it's work related or something that you're watching. Yeah. All right. So hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.